Hello everybody, so as you have just seen and from the title, today we are making a little start on our spring grassland work. So you've seen the dung spreading, the slurry spreading, the ploughing and the drilling of the wheat. So now we are getting on with the grassland work, and as you have just seen, just setting up the chain arrows. Today is a bit of a dual purpose kind of video. We are chain arrowing and slitting on some grassland. So what we're on today is some rented permanent pasture, and the field where we are at the minute, this is going to be quite compacted in the top layer, and there's a bit of dead grass in the bottom that needs pulling out. So that is why we're chain arrowing and slitting, to hopefully alleviate that. Obviously this year we've got to be careful with the fuel prices, what we do. You know, we can't just blast over everything like we in the past you may have done. We've got to make sure it's actually going to pay for doing. We think this will. Like I say, we've got the compaction that needs to come out, so that's got to be done. And the chain arrowing on this permanent pasture, hopefully it will just wake it up a little bit, because another thing, consideration for the year, is the fertiliser price, to the point we haven't bought as yet a single prill of anything. So we're hoping by investing some diesel and some time into the chain arrowing and the slitting, that will reward us with the growth that normally we would you would kind of buy with the fertiliser. So we're aiming to get it for you know, get some growth just with kind of old-fashioned methods, if you like. In an ideal world, it would be nice to get some slurry down here. It's not really practical. There's too many houses about, really. If you can inject it, we have injected the top part of this field before now. A contractor came in and did that for us, but we're not doing that at the minute. We're just going to have a go, try and get it back to life a little bit, because it's early April now. Hopefully a bit of warm weather, it should wake itself up and get on and start growing on. So first field is finished. Still just slitting away up there. So this is what we've done. Oh, look at the big fat bee. You see him? There he is. I don't quite know how he's flying today. It's a bit of a howling gale. So this is what we've done. As you can see, stripes are nowhere near straight, but there we are. So this is what we're pulling out. Just getting all this dead old thatchy stuff out the bottom of the around the roots, and there's nearly too much grass just at this end. There's nothing down the far end. But also the slitter. So what the slitter's doing? Okay, so he's breaking up the compaction. You can see he's opened that up. I can get my finger right down in the slot. So that's going to help. It's going to help the soil warm up if we get any rain. There is bits and pieces of rain forecast. Get any rain, it'll help it go down through, but it'll get some air into the roots. It should just, you know, it's just relieving that compaction. So you can see it's It's lifting things just slightly, but that's not going to cause any issues. When we come to mow it, the mower will just go over the top of that. But taking that compaction out is one of the most important things, really. Grass compaction is the biggest. Compaction is one of the the major contributors for any crop not doing so well. So if we can take out, it's only shallow, so if we can just take that out nice and easy. There's no need to subsoil it, it's just shallow compaction. So we're taking that out. Right, so we will fold up, move on to the next one. So this is where your hydraulic folding chain arrows would be an advantage, but we haven't got any. Oh, I thought there was a bit of wire, but it's just a root, that's alright. Right, so we are into the next day now. What are we on now? Number fourth field. 2 more to go. Slitter is not working today. Brother has gone off to a meeting, so he can't do it. So we're just chain arrowing on our own today. This is turning into not the video I was hoping. I've got the drone and I was hoping a nice few outside shots of the slitter and the chain arrows working. Mostly because you get pretty stripes in the fields, and I've tried my hardest to keep it straight just for a nice drone video, but it's too windy. I just had a little go at taking off, and he wasn't a happy little drone, so I had to put him back down again. It's just too breezy, so better safe than sorry and all that, and have the thing disappear off. So we'll have to make do with just some boring old chat, and there isn't a lot of that to say, not really. Chain arrowing's a bit of a steady old job. So there are 1 or 2 docks scattered about in this field, and so what we do when it warms up a little bit, and this windy weather disappears, we just come out here with a little bit of spray, just spot spraying, just take out the odd 1 or 2 that are here. It's not worth spraying the whole field, just run about, do the odd ones. Another thing, this is the first field really, we've encountered some molehills, so what we've got to do, we've got to level them out. So the chain arrow is ideal for levelling those out, because this will get mown for silage, and we don't want the mower hitting the molehills, because nothing takes the edge off on the mower knife faster than soil. So if we level them out, keeps them out of the way of the mower, and probably more importantly than that, we don't want the soil going in the silage, because that can cause all kinds of issues if cows start eating dirt, and we don't want none of that. But it's not been a bad, this little block, it seems to be pretty good as far as molehills go, as in there are not many. So we are just on the headland now, or the final field, and hopefully you can see this is what it's all about. It's nothing to do with pulling grass out and leveling molehills. It's just making pretty stripes everywhere. That's all we do it for, and I'm sure the general public that drive by, I'm sure they appreciate it and realise we're doing it just for them, just for their visual enjoyment. Right, so there we go. I think we'll leave it here. So not a long video and certainly not an exciting video, but it has to be done. Not everything that happens is exciting, but kind of everything is equally important as everything else. Otherwise we wouldn't do it. So there we go. Hopefully next time might be something a bit more interesting, but I don't know as yet what that might be. So you might want to subscribe, you know, and you could leave us a comment and do the old thumbs up thing, and come back next week and see if we've found anything more exciting to do than chain harrowing. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.